Team agility, how to adapt, align, and execute fast. Welcome to Team Agility, how to adapt, align, and execute fast. In a world defined by speed and disruption, agility isn't optional, it's essential. This presentation offers a comprehensive overview of what it means to be an agile team in today's dynamic world. We'll explore how high-performing teams sense and respond to change, align around shared goals, and execute quickly with clarity and precision. Through real-world examples, practical steps, and performance metrics, we'll uncover the principles that fuel agile transformation. You'll learn how mindset, systems, and leadership come together to build teams that can pivot fast without losing focus. Whether you're launching a product, supporting operations, or leading R&D, Team Agility empowers you to outlearn, out-adapt, and out-execute the competition. Agility isn't a method, it's a strategic advantage that's built, not bought. Let's begin by understanding the changing world that makes agility more critical than ever. Agenda. Here's what we'll cover in this session on Team Agility. We'll start with an introduction to the VUCA world, a concept that explains why volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity define today's business environment. Then, we'll define what team agility actually means and explore why it's essential for success in high-stakes, fast-changing industries. From there, we'll dive into the three foundational pillars of agile teams: adapt, align, and execute fast. Each of these pillars includes specific behaviors and tools that help teams thrive under pressure. We'll then shift our focus to the leadership styles that best support agile teams and examine common barriers to agility along with proven solutions. A real-world example will bring agility to life, showing how theory turns into results. We'll also cover key metrics used to measure team agility, followed by practical steps any team can take to get started. Finally, we'll wrap up with a conclusion that brings it all together. Adapting in a VUCA world. We live in a VUCA world, one shaped by volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Volatility describes the speed and magnitude of change. Think of fluctuating markets, rapidly evolving technologies, and supply chain disruptions. Uncertainty refers to unpredictable outcomes, when data is incomplete or change arrives without warning. Complexity points to the interwoven nature of global systems, where problems don't have clear causes or solutions. And ambiguity reflects hazy realities, where information is incomplete or contradictory. In this environment, linear planning fails. Traditional playbooks break down. Teams must become agile, ready to shift direction, experiment, and act decisively. Agility is not just a soft skill. It's a hard-edged capability that enables teams to maintain performance even as conditions change rapidly. Those who embrace agility don't just survive in a VUCA world, they shape it. Navigating volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity requires a new kind of team, one built to learn, adapt, and evolve continuously. What is team agility? Team agility is the ability of a team to sense change early, respond quickly, and shift direction while staying effective and aligned. It's more than speed. It's intelligent responsiveness rooted in mindset, systems, and actions. Agile teams sense change by monitoring trends, feedback, and market signals. They listen closely to customers, adapt to data, and anticipate what's coming. They respond quickly through fast iterations and real-time collaboration, not rigid plans. And they maintain cohesion by preserving clarity, trust, and shared goals, even as priorities shift. Agility isn't chaos, it's disciplined adaptability. It comes from a growth mindset, streamlined systems, and repeated behaviors like retrospectives and sprint planning. Agility lives in how teams think, how they work, and how they learn. When these elements align, teams can pivot without panic and execute without delay. Agility is revealed through action. It's what turns insight into impact and vision into results. Characteristics of agile teams. Agile teams exhibit a distinct set of behaviors that enable them to thrive under pressure and uncertainty. They anticipate and embrace change rather than resist it. This means regularly scanning for external shifts, technology trends, customer needs, or competitive threats, and using that information to adjust plans proactively. Continuous collaboration and communication are second nature. Agile teams rely on daily check-ins, transparent discussions, and cross-functional alignment to stay coordinated. They iterate using feedback, building solutions in cycles that incorporate learning from users and stakeholders. Their decisions are informed and fast. Rather than waiting for perfect data, they use just enough insight to move forward confidently. Agile teams are also aligned with user and business needs, ensuring their efforts deliver real value. Finally, they execute effectively under pressure by staying focused, minimizing waste, and supporting each other. These characteristics aren't just traits. They are habits formed through intentional practice, culture, and leadership. Why team agility matters. Team agility is critical in industries where the pace of change is relentless, such as technology, healthcare, manufacturing, and finance. In these environments, agility separates teams that thrive from those that stall or fail. Organizations today face disruptive forces like AI, automation, and quantum computing. These technologies can upend entire markets overnight. Global competition and market volatility demand rapid strategic shifts. Product development cycles are compressed. Speed to market can make or break a company. Customer expectations evolve faster than roadmaps. Supply chains are more fragile, affected by global events and logistical constraints. And hybrid or remote work structures require new coordination and trust mechanisms. Agile teams tackle these challenges with clarity and confidence. They don't view disruption as a threat. They see it as an opportunity to lead. Agility enables them to pivot quickly, learn faster than competitors, and deliver consistent value even in turbulent conditions. The 3 pillars of agile teams. True team agility is built on 3 interconnected pillars: adapt, align, and execute. First, adapt means sensing and responding to change. Agile teams don't just react, they proactively monitor feedback, spot trends, and adjust their actions accordingly. Second, align refers to shared vision and accountability. This means that all team members are pulling in the same direction, guided by common goals and clear expectations. Without alignment, speed creates chaos. With it, teams channel energy toward what matters most. Third, execute means focused action and rapid feedback. Agile teams break work into small deliverables, move fast, and learn from results. These 3 pillars reinforce each other. A team that adapts well but lacks alignment will struggle to prioritize. A team that aligns but doesn't execute efficiently will lose momentum. And a team that moves fast without adapting risks irrelevance. High-performing teams balance all 3 to stay resilient, relevant, and results-driven. Pillar 1. Adapt, sensing and responding. Adaptation starts with the ability to sense change and respond intentionally. Agile teams learn from failing fast. They treat failures as feedback, using them to course-correct early instead of waiting for large-scale problems. Adjusting plans based on data is essential. Teams track performance, monitor trends, and pivot when evidence shows a better path forward. Building contingency scenarios is another adaptive behavior. Preparing for what-if cases helps teams stay ready for the unexpected. Key enabling behaviors include scanning for trends and seeking feedback through open channels. Regular retrospectives are vital, providing structured time to reflect and improve. Agile project management tools like Scrum, Kanban, or hybrid Scrum-Ban systems support this process. Short iteration cycles, known as sprints, create space for experimentation and learning. These systems and habits foster adaptability as a skill, not just a reaction. When adaptation is embedded into routines, teams remain flexible, innovative, and ready for anything. Pillar 2. Align, shared goals and accountability. Alignment fuels team cohesion and drives focus. Agile teams co-create clear goals and metrics so that everyone understands what success looks like. This clarity helps the team prioritize based on value, ensuring that the most impactful work gets done first. Transparent communication is essential. It allows team members to stay informed, give feedback, and adjust in real time. Roles are clearly defined yet flexible, enabling people to step in and collaborate fluidly. Autonomy with accountability is encouraged. Teams are trusted to own their work, but also held responsible for outcomes. Enablers of alignment include daily or weekly stand-ups, where progress is shared and blockers are addressed. Objectives and key results, or OKRs, help measure progress against meaningful goals. The RACI model ensures everyone knows their responsibilities. Most importantly, alignment is continuous. It doesn't happen just during annual planning. It's maintained throughout execution by keeping teams, processes, and goals in sync. Pillar 3. Execute fast. Action and feedback. Fast execution means taking smart, decisive action without sacrificing quality. Agile teams break work into small, testable increments that can be delivered quickly. These bite-sized pieces reduce risk and increase learning. Delivering minimum viable products, or MVPs, ensures value is delivered early and refined over time. Rapid testing and feedback loops help teams improve continuously. Agile teams avoid perfection paralysis. They know when good enough is better than delayed. Key enablers include lean workflows and visual task boards like Trello or Jira, which improve visibility and flow. Cross-functional teams minimize handoff delays by combining skills in one group. Empowered decision-making allows the team to act fast without waiting for top-down approval. Limiting work in progress and using time boxing helps reduce bottlenecks and maintain momentum. The goal is speed without haste, moving quickly but with purpose. Execution is not about rushing, it's about reducing waste, focusing on value, and learning fast. Leadership for Agile teams. Agile teams need agile leaders. Traditional command and control models don't work in fast-changing environments. Instead, leaders must act as enablers. Servant leadership is a core principle. Leaders clear roadblocks, support growth, and empower teams rather than issuing orders. Situational decision-making is another key. Leaders must adjust their approach based on the team's maturity, skills, and the specific context. One-size-fits-all leadership stifles agility. Psychological safety is critical. It creates a space where team members feel safe to speak up, take risks, and experiment without fear of failure. Without this safety, innovation is limited. Strategic clarity is also essential. Leaders must continuously reinforce the team's purpose and priorities, ensuring that everyone stays aligned even as circumstances evolve. The agile leader doesn't hold all the answers. They create the environment where answers emerge. Through mindset, action, and support, leadership enables agile teams to perform, learn, and grow in any situation. Common barriers to agility and solutions. Even the best teams face obstacles to agility. Siloed communication is a common barrier. When departments or individuals don't share information, collaboration breaks down. Agile teams overcome this by promoting cross-functional collaboration and regular alignment rituals. A lack of prioritization leads to wasted effort. Using clear OKRs and time boxing helps focus energy on what matters most. Rigid roles and processes prevent adaptation. Agile teams encourage flexible teaming and job rotation, allowing people to contribute where they're most needed. Overload is another challenge. Too much work in progress reduces effectiveness. Agile teams limit WIP and review backlogs regularly to reduce noise. Finally, fear of failure can paralyze teams. Instead, agile cultures normalize experimentation, treating failure as learning, not punishment. By naming these barriers and addressing them with targeted solutions, teams remove friction and unlock their full potential. The path to agility isn't obstacle-free, but it's always navigable with the right mindset and systems. Agility in action, semiconductor case study. A global semiconductor equipment team faced delays due to changing specifications and slow feedback cycles. Their traditional waterfall development approach caused market misalignment and growing customer dissatisfaction. Recognizing the need for change, the team adopted agile practices. They shifted to bi-weekly sprints with clear deliverables and embraced rapid prototyping to gather real-time feedback from customers. This transformation fostered tighter alignment among engineers, product managers, and customer support teams. As a result, their time to market dropped by 25%, and customer satisfaction rose by 40%. But the impact wasn't just procedural, it was cultural. The team fundamentally changed how they viewed their work and their relationships with customers. Agile methods brought visibility, ownership, and accountability into the process, resulting in better collaboration and faster delivery. This case demonstrates how agile principles can transform even complex technical environments. It shows that with the right tools and mindset, teams can innovate faster and deliver greater value. Measuring team agility. Agility must be measured to be improved. Lead time is a critical metric. It tracks how long it takes to move from an idea to delivered value. Reducing lead time increases responsiveness. Velocity measures how much work is completed per iteration, giving insight into team throughput and planning accuracy. Team engagement reflects energy, motivation, and trust, key indicators of a team's health and resilience. Customer feedback cycles track how often input is collected and acted on, helping teams stay aligned with real needs. Lastly, the adaptability index measures how often and how effectively a team pivots in response to new data or conditions. These metrics together give a holistic view of agility, showing where teams excel and where improvement is needed. Tracking these indicators isn't about micromanagement, it's about learning and evolving. Metrics make the invisible visible, guiding teams towards smarter decisions, faster delivery, and sustained high performance in a fast-moving world. Practical steps to improve team agility. Improving agility doesn't require a total overhaul. Small, deliberate steps can make a big difference. Start with a retrospective. Ask, what's working? What's not? What should we try next? This builds a learning culture. Visualize your workflow using Kanban boards to track tasks and uncover bottlenecks. Transparency helps teams self-correct. Shorten your feedback loop. Move from quarterly reviews to monthly or weekly ones. This accelerates learning and course correction. Empower the team. Give decision rights to those closest to the work. They often have the clearest view of what's needed. Finally, celebrate small wins. Recognition reinforces progress and boosts morale. Use a checklist to ensure you're embedding agile habits. Regular retrospectives, visual task boards, short feedback cycles, empowered decisions, and celebrating progress. Agility isn't built in a day, it's cultivated over time. These steps help teams evolve in practical, measurable ways, turning agility from theory into action and momentum into results. Conclusion: agility is a team superpower. In a world of constant disruption and change, agility is a team's superpower. It allows teams to move faster, adapt smarter, and execute with confidence. Agility isn't about chaos, it's about being intentional. It's built through disciplined learning, supported by systems, and reinforced by leadership. Agile teams outlearn the competition. They out-adapt by staying flexible and responsive. And they out-execute by turning ideas into value faster than anyone else. The future belongs to those who can sense change early, respond with clarity, align around purpose, and deliver results at speed. Whether you're working in R&D, manufacturing, engineering, or strategy, agility gives you the edge. The journey starts with mindset, but it's sustained by action. With the right tools and behaviors, your team can thrive in any environment. Agility isn't a trend, it's the future of teamwork, and it's a future that starts with you.